What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as Ridemyavatar, and today we're going to be going over none other than my deck profile for Emperor Greymon with side deck tech. So let's go over the video and talk about it. Good deck profile, we start with the Digitama. First off, we play none other than 4 Digimon. So Digimon is really good because when this Digimon attacks a player, it gets plus 1000 DP, allowing you to gain a little extra DP and allowing you to remove threats. So this is really good because we get to have extra power and be able to swing over bigger Digimon in security. And then we also play one Kaporimon. So Kaporimon is while you have a Tamer in play, this Digimon gets 1000 DP. So you could definitely go for this, one of this, if you feel comfortable enough. I like Demimera, but I might make that change where I'm going to put Kaporimon at 4. I think because the likelihood of you having a Tamer is a lot better. So we're just going to play it like that. Let's go over the babies, shall we? Well, in trainings, well, the rookies. So first off, we play 2 Bokos. Boko's really good because reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, add 1 hybrid, 10 warriors, and a tamer. You get only a hybrid or 10 warriors. So the only thing you can't grab is Suzanomon, but you're always going to get 1 tamer at least. So it's not a pick your 3 like the Huckmons or anything like that. He's just a straight up, you're guaranteed if you see a tamer, you get 1 tamer, and then you're going to get a hybrid or 10 warriors. So he's really the only card that can search our Ancient Greymon. So that is like a big thing, is our Ancient Greymon is the only thing we're trying to hunt. And that's basically what we need for him. He's just going to grab him. Next, we have our Flamemon from BT-07. BT-07's Flamemon's okay on play. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 card with hybrid in straight, Suzanomon or Takuya among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. You can only grab Takuya or a hybrid or Suzanomon, but we don't place him Suzanomon, so he is a Takuya grabber or a hybrid grabber. And then when he's deleted, he gets to play a Takuya from your hand for free. So he's not a bad Flamemon, but he could be better. Let's be honest. So, well, we play 4 of him. Next, we play 4 Flamemon here. This Flamemon is great because revealing the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with hybrid in its name, in its traits, and 1 red tamer from among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. This card will only allow you to grab your ties or your Takuyas, but it will also grab you any of the hybrids you need. It just can't grab your Ancient Greymon, sadly. That is why that deck did so bad in BT4, was there was no way of grabbing your Ancient Greymon that you would bottom deck, because he'll just grab you the hybrid you need, but you need to grab the Ancient Greymon. It should have been a grab a Ancient as well. Then we have the reason why this deck does so nasty is the Flamemon. So this Flamemon is all the rage because as long as it's a hybrid or 10 warrior, it has piercing. So this allows any finagle, anybody that's trying to produce a blocker on you, just to go like, well, you ain't blocking it, I'm just going to pierce through you. So that's about all you have to worry there. So that's the rookie lineup. It's not bad. Next, we play 4 Burning Greymon. This card comes in so clutch a lot of the times. Not even funny. This card is so nasty. It can Digivolve on top of level 3 for 3, a level 4 for 1, or a Tamer for 2 cost. Then, when Digivolving, if this Digimon has a hybrid in its trait, or it's a Takuya in its Digi-Evolutions, this card can delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4000 DP or less. I love having a way to remove our opponent's threats, especially the ones that want to pretend to be, you know, what is it? That want to put down Pokémons, put down anything that's just name name XYZ of memory memory blockers, or the Digizorption blockers, you know, allowing you to pop them and get them off the board is really huge for us, and allows us to have at least a fighting chance. And then 4 shiny Agunis. This Aguni is really nice because this Digimon can pretty much warp into Ancient Greymon from your hand for a memory cost 2. So this can't be ignored. And this will and then it deletes the Digimon at the end of the turn, which procs Ancient Greymon's pop effect. But when digivolving one of your Digimon into Ancient Greymon from your hand, reduce the Digi-Evolution cost by 2. So that allows us to basically guarantee our Ancient Greymon's going to be costing us 3. Unless they have a Sakuyamon out, then you're going to cry a little bit in the corner. Just keep that in mind. Then we play none other than our 3 Agunimon. Agunimon's really nice because you can Digivolve on top of a Tamer. He's just there for the 2 cost, and he's just a consistency boost. So that's about all for our champion line. Now you're going to start questioning, I only play 3 ultimates. Since we have so much searching and draw potential in this deck, I figured only 3 Aldermon works best. But you can always upgrade, remove some of your rookies down to imply up your Alders and your ultimate line. But 3 ultimates kind of seem underrated if most people think, but because once you get it on a perfect stack, you're going to be just clearing board state. So when this Digimon would Digivolve, if you have a Tamer and basically a Tamer underneath it, you pretty much Digivolve for 1 cost. So being a free cost 1 on top of a, Tamer is really good. And then when Digivolving, if a card with hybridance traits, this Digi-Evolution card, this Digimon gets plus a grand total of 4,000 DP, so he becomes a 12k on his own. And then, while this Digimon has a hybrid or 10 warriors in its traits, the security checks do not activate of options, so it shuts down any hammer sparks, any memory boosters that might pop off, just anything. The only time it really sucks is when the Tommy comes, and Tommy just ruins your day. Next, let's talk about it. We talk about money in this video. We're talking about the most expensive card in-game, Ancient Greymon. I'm just joking, he's pretty pricey, but he ain't the most expensive card. So this card is a constant check for each Digimon. This Digimon Digi-Evolution cards. This Greymon in its name gains security +1. So this will constantly check, and constantly, if they remove sources from him, he's going to lose out on that beautiful security checks. But on deletion, you may play 1 red level 4 or lower Digimon from your hand without paying its memory cost. So at least he pops in, they come in for free, and boom, you're just going to punish your opponent there. And then 2 of our Emperor Greymon. Emperor Greymon basically says, I come in for blitz and I win for game. And if they decide to be foolish enough to block him, he's going to be able to restand himself, gain you an extra 3 memory, and basically swing again. So just keep that in mind, that you could definitely win games with him. Well, you're going to, let's be honest. Then we have 2 red memory boost, reveals top 4 cards of your deck, adds 1 red Digimon card to your hand, and then put this card onto the field and let it be popped for later with its delay cost. So that's why we play that. Then we play 2 Gravity Crush. This helps you get to winning the game. Sometimes they'll memory choke you, you don't have the tie out. At least Gravity Crush can extend your plays and get you there. But you'll take these out immediately if they bring in Gazimons. You're playing blue, purple, anything like that. Gravity Crush becomes completely worthless in that matchup, so you're going to take it out. You'll probably take out the red memory boost, just because, unless you can pop stuff. I usually take out 1 red memory boost and the 2 Gravity Crushes to add in some extra support we need. And then we play 3 Atomic Infernos. So this card just lets you say, I'm going to OTK more. So when one of your Digimon with hybrid in its traits gains plus 3,000 DP plus security check 1. And then and it also gains, if this Digimon is blocked, gain 3 memory. Sadly, we will not get that block effect because nobody plays blockers in this format, but that is okay. Now we have Takuya. Takuya is just in here to give us extra security checks. Then we have also 4 Takuya Abias. This card lets you basically go into your Emperor Greymon for free, but it's also not mandatory, so you could classify with this card, so you can build up the stack and then digivolve into anything else and then keep climbing up in a different way, and then boom, you could win the game just by resetting your stack and just getting it back into Ancient Greymon with options shut off and just clear out the board state. That is another option, and keep that in mind. And then we play 2 Analog Youth. This card helps fuel the graveyard to get to your Ancient Greymon wins. This card also helps Emperor Greymon wins, not Ancient. Emperor Greymon. Emperor Greymon allows you to at least, get in there with the Takuya play. Sometimes you're just missing one, and Analog Youth can just mill it out and get you what you need. So just keep that in mind. I think that's a really good solid play. And now let's go over the sideboard testing we've been doing with it. First off, we play 3 Atomic Blasters. Atomic Blaster really does help out in the end games, because choose up to any number of your opponent's Digimon, adds up to a total of 8,000 DP, delete them. It's just another great removal if they are playing heavy in the Takuya and in the Madoke Beta line. You want to take out as many of those as you can. So for the littlest cost it's going to cost you. So you're going to just use that and go from there. We also play 3 Geo Greymons, because Geo Greymon, especially against like Blue Hybrid or anything that's going to try to OTK you, he'll at least pop any of the Kumamons. You'll pop mostly anything that is in the low end, so that if he comes out in security, he will allow you to at least extend your plays out, and then he's another threat on board, especially any deck that's trying to just lock you down. He's a great threat, especially if they hit into him. So having him come out into security and being able to pop a like Gazimon or Sakuyamons or Madoke Betamons, Kumamons, anything that is 4,000 DP is really good for us, and we want to do that. And then we play 1 more Emperor Greymon, just in case we want to see we need a 3rd one. And then 3 Gaia Force. The answer right now with the Gaia Forces, I'm probably going to take it out and put it with Giga Storm. Giga Storm at least pops 2 ultimates in its trade, so I think that's the better play and the better playoff. Now let's go over a quick combo that this deck really does nicely with, and that can be any way, shape, or form this can produce. You just need 1 Tai, 1 Takuya, 1 Emperor Greymon, Ancient Greymon, Aldermon, a Goonie, and then this Flamon with Pierce, and then any of these Digitama. We'll go with Kapori for right now. So unless you're facing against blue, the only time this really doesn't do anything is if they have Tommy in that security, and that's like the only time you're gonna regret it. So basically you just need 3 memory to start this turn off, and at least a minimum of like a couple hybrids engraved, just in case. We're gonna need at least 5, because we can't guarantee this is gonna die, this stack here, but as long as we have this built up, since let's say we're at game finishing status, they've cleared out all our security, we have 5 of these hybrids, so all you have to do is go pay your 3 from the tie at start of turn. You promote this out, so this card will probably be in raising. You'll promote it out, slam this down for 3 cost, and then you're going to swing in with your Ancient Greymon, checking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 security checks, As long as you're not facing blue and a Tommy gets revealed, this is going to clear out their security quite easily. You'll swing in for 14, which is really good for us. And that will also swing in with Pierce is really nice, because as long as we can pierce out their Digimon, that means they lose a body and 5 security checks. And then you'll just pay the cost. If he magically dies, you'll have the sources. All you would need is just 1. And then if he died at the final check, let's say they had a Susano, at least you could play a hybrid. But at that point in time, you just filled your graveyard with the 5 you need. Well, rephrase. You need at least 2 in grave. Then that lost resources here. And then you'll just rebuild the stack up. And then blitz for game. So that's really all you need, especially when you're just thinking about combos and stuff like that. But at least if, let's say, you had to just go warp into Ancient Greymon, Analog Youth will actually rest with him, making it still your turn if you're passing. And that could mean extending plays and getting out more combo pieces to really help you win the game. So what do you guys think of my Ancient hybrid deck? So I would love to hear about it, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.